Hello and welcome to another modeling video. This is Alan from the Man YouTube with another hobby tool review. I'll be reviewing and testing the IS35 Iwata Ninja. A small 2 kilo, about 15 centimeter half foot hobby compressor. All steel body, fires at under 100 watts. Made in Taiwan, which I expect to be similar to Sparmax compressors, which are quite excellent. A hose with a 1/8 inch output for all airbrushes and an adapter specially for Aztec, Pache, Badger. It's pretty much good for everything with oilless capabilities and no maintenance. The negative aspects: no auto cutout, no water trap or filter, which can be post attached at a very low cost. As you can hear, it's pretty quiet and fairly suitable for indoor use. The specs claim 112 horsepower and 40 psi. I found full working pressure to be a fairly high and consistent 20 psi, which is fantastic for those wanting for high gloss or very quick turnaround and coverage. Stronger than any direct drive compressor I've ever used. For long life, always drain air after use and before turning on. I'll be testing the flow and performance with automotive lacquer paint, thinned, a working viscosity for a 0.3 mil double action gravity feed airbrush. In my thinning video, I call this sticky transparent. Flow was fantastic. It was in that excellent sweet spot for easy atomization, and splattering and issues was a lot less, even at a higher PSI. Dusting and wet coat was smooth, no skipping or stopping, intermittent splattering. We also have this primitive yet neat spring valve that leaks air, which can lower the pressure for much slower, much finer work down to 15 to 12 psi, which I normally like, to get really fine and delicate lines, gradients and shading effects. It tapers very nicely and doesn't just suddenly drop all the air like cheaper compressors. This test was adjusted for 50%. The second and final adjustment test is 3/4 almost completely open. Completely open will drain and hold no pressure. You could also use this to remove any air, but storage should be done without the hose attached. I have to spray even slower, but I do get a more concentrate pattern with a wider overspray and more shading. Again, very smooth, no pulsating or splattering. Cleaning is very easy, and what I miss with cheaper low power compressors, you can flush your airbrush a lot quicker with more power at the highest setting, and this was very enjoyable for me, to the point where I'm considering upgrading to this or even the next deluxe model with tank. The spray patterns are very nice, and I highly recommend this compressor. Always wanted to use it, felt that it was a bit overpriced for what it is compared to the stuff from China, but getting my hands around it, I feel for the extra cost, it is completely worth it. My philosophy is always to get the best compressor you can possibly afford for the best results, and airbrushes you can adjust, polish and manipulate from the bottom of the market to make it suit you if you've got a suitable air source. Price wise, in my local marketplace and hobby shops, I've seen it sell for everywhere between $200 to $300, which is very reasonable. I want to thank Automotive Refinishes, who sell HIQ paint from Korea. They were kind enough to lend me this compressor, but also drop a whole heap of their automotive paints to test and work out blends for hobby purposes. Look out for that video, and thank you very much for watching. Till next time, stay tuned for further content, and we'll see you guys later.